Hi Leos, I'm Nick. This is my channel, Nick Loves. This is going to be your love reading for July of 2019. I really hope you guys are doing well. I'll be doing the same thing I usually do, putting a few cards on one side, a few cards on the other side. You'll pick and choose which side is for you. The other side's for the person you're dealing with or will be dealing with. This applies to both men and women, whatever your preference is, and whether you're single, in a relationship, situationship, married, divorce, doesn't matter. I'm here to help you out. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is a piece of Pisces. Sometimes I do free readings and pick a card, and you can kind of get to know me there. And also the link to the extended reading will be below, and it'll take you directly there. Okay, so before we get started, I want you guys to close your eyes, relax, put yourself in a meditative state, work on your breath. Inhale, exhale, and as you're doing that, exhale all the bad, all the negative feelings, thoughts, ideas, pain, heartbreak, anger. Release all those things and inhale only good, new oxygen, new energy. Okay? And you know what time it is? It's Brit's time. So keep your eyes closed, and I want you to imagine all the things that I say out loud coming into your life and you feeling it, experiencing it as if it's happening right now, because it'll make it more likely for it to manifest in your life. Okay, so just imagine what all those things look like for you personally. Okay, so for all my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, males and females, let's please bring them love, peace, healing, a good partner, happiness, and make all their wishes come true. Roses, it's so beautiful. Hopefully now we have the vibe and the mood set. That's always my intention. And let's get started with an oracle card. Okay, so before I get started, I also want to mention, like I always say, these are general, so it may not resonate with every single person. So if it doesn't fit your situation, please do not force it and just carry on with your day. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, because those are all aspects of who you are. Okay, so let's see here. In honor of Cancer season, we're going to be using the Mermaid Oracle. Okay, so let's see. What do we have? What message do we have for all my Leos for July of 2019? What do they have in store for love? What's going on with them? And happy birthday to those of you who have birthdays at the end of July as well. Okay, for all my Leos, what messages do we have for them in regards to love? Let's please send them healing, love, happiness, good vibes. All my Leos. Okay, so you got card number 41, or you can add 4 plus 1 is 5. And it says sisterhood, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, delight. Aw. I like this. It makes me feel like your friends or your family or whoever you consider to be like your close friends are going to be really important and play an important role in your life this month. They may be there helping you through any tough times, or giving you good advice that you need, or just support, a shoulder to cry on, or just people that you can go out with and have fun with. But it's going to be important to hang out with your friends and talk to them and seek any guidance with them. Only people you trust, of course. And just to save time, I did already pre-shuffle and lay out the cards for us, so just so we could spend more time talking about everything and the energies. And what I'll do now is show you the cards, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so if you're a cross watcher, just pick a side. You may resonate more with one side or the other, but I usually pick a side, and I think this one is for Leo, but it can work vice versa. Okay, so let's see. On this side here we have the 4 of Wands, and then the 6 of Wands, and then the Empress in reverse, and then the overall emotion card for this side is resistant. Don't mind my nails. I didn't get a chance to paint them because I'm getting a facial today and they give me massages, so I just wanted to do it afterwards before it's like gets all messy. And then on this side here we have the 9 of Swords, the Devil, and Justice. Okay, and for the overall emotion for this person, it is hopeful. Okay, and then the mutual emotion you guys are both sharing is trapped. Okay, so It seems like at the beginning of the month, things are going to be looking okay, at least on your end. I feel like things are going good for you. You're feeling very passionate, driven. You may be going to celebrations, parties, or get invited to go to places, and you feel excited about it. I think you're feeling very like everything's going well. Your family, your foundations, you feel stable. You feel like you're winning in life. And through like, I think the first few weeks and probably mid-July, I think things are going to go well for you. You're feeling you're accomplishing things. And but then kind of more so towards the end, or like the third quarter of the month, I feel like that's when you start to slow down. Things slow down for you, and you start to, for whatever reason, I feel with the Empress in reverse, it's like you become a little more, that can indicate someone who's being a little more superficial or self-centered, but also can indicate being promiscuous, and maybe not even taking good care of oneself. But that may not be the case for all of you. I feel like you're resisting, you're slowing down for a reason, okay? And I feel like that reason has to do with something that this other person you're dealing with is doing. They, on the other hand, while you are starting off your month and doing well and happy and stuff, they're in a dark place. So they're totally opposite energy of you. They're like in their head, depressed or with anxiety, have a lot going on in their mind, and maybe health as well. But I feel like they're not sleeping. They're not sleeping very well. They probably have insomnia or sleep paralysis, etc. And there's some things that they're dealing with. There could be some attachments or addictions that they may be dealing with, okay? And that are causing a lot of difficulty in their life. And I think this person also could have some heavy Saturn going on right now, and a lot of things are just going wrong for them. So when things are going wrong for them, I feel like that affects you because you guys are in contact, you're together or in somewhat of a connection, okay? But I think things are going to be getting, there's something that's going to be settled, and there's going to need a balance. A balance is going to need to be made. You could be dealing with a Capricorn maybe, or a Libra. Doesn't have to be, but these are the energies I feel for the other side. Okay, but let's start on your end here. So we have, like we saw, the Four of Wands, the Six of Wands, and I want to talk about these two first because this is how you're feeling initially. Very positive, very hopeful. Things are going well for you. Again, like a lot of celebrations. I just feel like the light is on you. You're feeling good about yourself and feeling very confident too. With 1111, you could be seeing 1111 everywhere, and you feel maybe like you are with your twin flame or like your soulmate. And it seems like in the home life, things are looking up. It seems very warm and just happy overall. I think you've been succeeding. Some of you maybe have been, you know, your business or your work or school life has been going well for you. You've been like making more money, or a lot of opportunities maybe be presenting to themselves, and things have just been flowing like really well, okay? And because 4 and then 6, it's really hard. Those are really harmonious numbers, just really balanced, okay? So things are balanced so far. I do need to say with the Empress in reverse that maybe for some of you who are pregnant or you wanted to have kids, there may be a miscarriage, or someone around you maybe had a miscarriage. I hate to say that, but there's just very few of you, hopefully. Something happens and I think it makes you kind of sad. And this in turn slows you down, and you lose that momentum, you lose that drive, that passion. And I almost feel like you stop taking good care of yourself. Maybe you stop eating well, you stop doing your hair, you stop doing your nails because you're upset or sad about something, and you're not really feeling good about yourself. You're not feeling as confident as you usually would be, as you were earlier in the last few weeks. And I think it's going to be really important for you to take good care of yourself. Don't forget, even if you're going through something, or even someone has done something to you, whatever, make sure to never stop taking good care of yourself, okay? Because that can go really badly if you let your emotions and someone else's behavior direct your life. On a side note here too, I feel like for someone who's, if you're trying to do your hair, get your hair done, make sure you go to somewhere good or somewhere you trust, because I feel like if you try to cheap out or go somewhere weird or sketchy, or you try to do it yourself and you're not really knowledgeable about it or don't practice enough, that it can go really bad. So just be careful, because I know if like your hair don't look good, you're not gonna feel good. So just that's a little side note. And I think and for some of you as well, just because things are going well and you're feeling, you know, in the beginning of the weeks, things are going well and you're doing good and stuff and feeling good about yourself. For others of you, don't let that energy get the best of you and then make you act in a way that's not in a good light. I'm not saying that you are this way, but don't let the attention or the good energy, the good luck, cause you to be superficial or self-centered or make you act promiscuous, you know, if that's not in your nature. You know, just make sure you remember who you are and stay humble, stay true to yourself, okay? And don't get lost in that world and get distracted by things and people who maybe are not even that good for you, and swoon you in a different opposite energy that is not really the best and healthiest for you, okay? So keep that in mind, because I feel like there may be a lot of parties or celebrations, get-togethers that you could be invited to, that you're going to, you plan on attending, and maybe they don't have all the best influences there, and you want to make sure you're still presenting yourself in a respectful, good way. Of course, have fun, let loose, but just be careful, and don't do anything that may ruin your self-image, because I could see that there may be an incident where someone may do something and they could really damage your image or your reputation or something, okay? So just be aware of that. Not to freak you out or anything, just as long as you're aware of that, you should be okay. And here we have resistant, right? So you slow down and you become resistant. You pull the brakes, you push the brakes. And why do people push the brakes? Like when you're driving, when you're accelerating, you keep going, you push the brakes because you need to slow down. There's someone in front of you, maybe there's a red light, right? So that red light is telling you to stop. So something happened that caused you to stop and put the brakes and slow down. You're like, ooh, wait, I can't do that, okay? So let's see what that is exactly. On this end, we have the Knight of Swords, like we saw earlier, the Devil card, and Justice, okay? So we have here someone who this other person has been dealing with a lot, and I think that's when you have to stop what you're doing, because I think you're going so far out and like you're doing good, you're shining, whatever, and that's when maybe you stop and you're like, wait, I think this person's really dealing with something and I need to help them. I know I'm doing good and I'm thriving, but I need to come down and I need to help them because I care about them. And maybe they haven't really told you about it, they haven't really expressed it to you. You might have like caught them, or you heard about it, or like somehow you found out maybe, and they didn't want you to know, they kept it from you. And this could be like, let's say maybe you guys were sleeping at night, you were, you know, together in the same room, and then you usually fall asleep, like you knock out, but for some reason you woke up and late in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. or something, and you see that this person's not next to you, they're not in the bed, and then you go out and you're like seeing what's wrong with them, and you see that the light is on in the bathroom, and you knock or you open the door a little bit to see what's wrong. You're like, oh, maybe they're like, you know, peeing or something, or they went to get water, thirsty, but you see that maybe they're crying or just something that's off. And in that moment you realize, oh, something's wrong and I didn't know this whole time. So I feel like they've been dealing with something, and this could be like mental health related. Maybe they have really bad insomnia, sleep paralysis, or can't sleep well at night, or they have really bad dreams, really scary dreams that really affect them, like nightmares, something that's really heavy on their mind that prevents them from having a peaceful sleep. Okay, so this doesn't have to be like, oh, they're depressed or anxious or anything like that, but there's something that's really heavy on their mind that is affecting them, and so they can't sleep at night because you know, I think I saw a quote, or there's this quote somewhere I saw on Instagram or on social media. It's something like, sleep requires peace, so if you're not at peace, you can't really sleep, or something like that. I don't know, it could be wrong, but let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. And there's something in this person's life that they need, they're having a hard time letting go, and ending. There's a certain completion that needs to take place within them, or something that has completed already in the past and they still haven't let go of it. With the Devil here, like I said, maybe could be a Capricorn, doesn't have to be. There's some heavy Saturn weighing on this person, on this person's life. This could also indicate some addictions or attachments that they have, that they're like holding on to, or that they feel that they're bounded to, like chained up and they can't get away from. And it's something that makes their world dark. It creates a lot of darkness in their life. And I think this is something that they do have the power to release themselves from if they really try. But right now they're feeling a little bit weak, like they can't. But I think they will eventually be able to. And they need to start past this and get over it. And I think part of the problem is that they hide this from you, or they don't tell you. They don't express this to anyone. So they're dealing with this by themselves on their own when they don't have to. They can share it with other people so they can be helped. But I feel like they don't like to ask for help, or they don't like to seem weak or vulnerable. And so they keep it to themselves. It's like, you know, with mental health or someone who's going through depression, usually no one knows about it. Usually sometimes it's someone on the outside who seems really happy and giddy, but no one really knows what's going on with them, okay? So there is something that's keeping them tied to the ground, something that's keeping them in the dark. And that's something that they're gonna need to release, okay? You may know what this is, or maybe you don't know, but with the Justice card here, I feel like this is something that's going to be settled. It's going to be discussed. I think they're finally going to come out of the dark and speak their truth and maybe express it to you. And maybe this is why you stop maybe taking so much care of yourself and start to show more, direct your attention more to them to help them. And I think it may worry you a bit. You may be like, oh, whoa, like what's going on? Some of you, for some, may be getting a divorce, or you're thinking about it, or separating, or settling some legal issues. They could be dealing with something with the law or legal issues from their past, or maybe they're finally getting it settled or something. For some, this is not everyone, I'm seeing this person may have been like in jail before, or may have like you know, done some things they're not proud of, and that's something that haunts them, something that they still have to live with, and that affects them. Like for some, like, you know, I don't want to go into detail because all that doesn't really matter, but there's some things that they've done, or it could have even been a mistake, or they were in the wrong place, wrong time, or involved with the wrong people. It doesn't matter, but there's some stuff they're involved in the past that is still replays in their mind, and they have trouble releasing it. They have trouble letting it go, and that's something that keeps them tied down. So hopefully that's something they're able to let go of. But I do see that things are going to look up, because their overall emotion is hopeful. So there is hope for this, and I think they do know that there's a chance to start new. They're planting the seeds. They want to plant the seeds to have new growth, to have new plants, to build a garden, and they know that there's potential for this. They just need to maybe take out old soils, get new soil, put new water on there, and, you know, watch the plant grow over time. It doesn't happen overnight. This is something that takes time, and once they're able to express that with you and talk to you about it and make their life, bring more balance into their life, that's when they're going to start to feel a bit better. I see here 11 twice, because we have the 11 Justice and the kind of 4 of Wands. It looks like 11 to me, so I feel like that's might be an important number for you guys. If not, this is just indicating this person is on the path. They're needing to get on the path towards their spiritual journey, and they're not there yet, but I think they're going to be finally getting on the ride and just taking off, but they still need to get on the ride first, okay? So it says here, optimistic, expectant, full of faith. So I like this energy because although they're in a dark place, or they may be in a dark place, they do have hope, and I think you will have hope for them too, that they can overcome anything that anything's going on in their life, and that it will be okay. So this is good. This is telling us that there will be positivity that comes out of this, okay? The mutual emotion between the two of you is trapped. So right now, currently, you and them will still be feeling trapped, like, oh my gosh, how do we get out of this? How can we get through and, you know, make this work? Feel stuck. But I do see that I feel like these energies are gonna move through. It's just gonna be a little bit hard for right now. And you might be put in a position where you feel like you can't take such good care of yourself. And it's almost you're gonna feel like, oh, like I feel like I have to take step backs for this person when I'm doing so well. So that's gonna be really something that may be a struggle for you. Not saying that, oh, you wanna be self-centered and only think about you, but it's like when things are going so well in your life, but this other person's not going well, you're gonna have to decide whether you wanna like come back and help them out, or keep on in your journey, okay? So we're gonna look further in the extended reading, find a little bit more about this person, what's going on with them, what kind of attachment or addictions they may have, or what they need to release, and how they're feeling about you, what they think about you, what they want you to know that you don't know, and what the near future holds for you guys, okay? So we'll look further and then get some advice for you as well in the situation. Like I said, it could be a Capricorn, Libra, maybe an air sign, but it could be any sign, you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope I gave you some clarity, some insight, some helpful information, and thank you so much for being here. And if you do enjoy my videos, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It does help me out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye. But yeah, I'll see you in my next video, sending you lots of healing, light, clarity, and love. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Take care.